This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network. I'm Matty Bishop. We're here at Lake Stevens High School for the number 1 and number 2 teams in Wesco 4A. The Kamiak Knights versus the Lake Stevens Vikings. The 7-0 Lake Stevens Vikings, the 6-1 Kamiak Knights. We'll be back with First Serve in just a moment here on STSPN.com.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife, Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
A junior defensive specialist outside hitter, number 1, Kendall Solis. And the senior libero for the Vikings, number 8, Peyton Ludwig. The Vikings head coach is Kyle Hoagland, assisted by Greg Van Weil, Caitlin Cleveland, and Kimani Davis. Tonight's officials are Donna Vilaro and Linda Coburn. Now please stand, remove your hats, and join with me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. Number 1 Lake Stevens Vikings versus number 2 Kamiak Knights. The final time that these two teams will meet in the Wesco 4A regular season. The last matchup at Kamiak High School, Lake Stevens prevailed in 5. That is the only loss for the Kamiak Knights. I'm Matty Bishop alongside our producer, Todd Elvig. This is STSPN.com. Thank you for watching, everybody. We are stoked for what should be a fantastic matchup this evening. I can tell you, watching the teams come out through their introductions, through their warm-ups, a little bit different approach. The Vikings are jazzed. Tons of energy, almost overflowing out of this Lake Stevens team. Kamiak looks a little bit calmer, a little bit cooler, maybe apprehensive, maybe just confident. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Sometimes you want that really elevated energy level, and sometimes you're looking for just a little bit more of a quiet confidence as you move into a big match like this. Taking a look at the starting lineups, Lake Stevens will serve. That's going to be junior defensive specialist Brooke Valentine at the service line, senior libero Peyton Ludwig, and junior defensive specialist Kendall Solis round out your back row players. In the front row, you've got the freshman Maddie Eisminger, number 14 in the middle, and the seniors Lily Eason and Hannah Onsen. Eason is your setter. On the right pin, Onsen is your outside hitter, top of 4A, Wesco 4A outside hitters right now. That's Hannah Canute with the pass for Lake Stevens. Eisminger gets a swing. Haley Gilbert picks that one up. Valentine outside. Here's Onsen off the hands and down. Hannah Onsen with her first kill of the night. Well, it's going to be a pretty cool night if that's how we're going to start. Taking a look at Kamiak, Jacqueline Janchikowski is your outside hitter, or back row outside hitter. Hannah Canute is your front row outside hitter. That's your right side with the kill. Number 13, Sarah Brockvogel with her first kill of the evening. Quincy Flowers is your middle in the front row. As we watch, it's going to be Caitlin Kuntz coming in to serve for the Knights. Caitlin is a junior this year. Sam Gregory is your setter for Kamiak. Here's Lily Eason working quick for Onsen. Timing wasn't very good. Timing or the placement, one of the two was not quite perfect. Onsen reached back and just chops it down the line, and it was a little more than Gregory can deal with. The freshman Eisminger at the service line for the Vikings. Eisminger been a starter since match 1. There's Haley Gilbert. That ball's up into the netting. Run down by Gregory. Free ball sent by Janchikowski. Eason. Again, the timing not quite right with Onsen. Kuntz gets a touch, and again, Onsen gets the kill. So there's something not quite right in that offense. As you see Eason and Onsen discussing it right now, trying to get on the same page. Hannah Onsen reaching back behind her head a couple times and just manufacturing kills for the Knights early here in set number 1. Mentioned Eisminger's been a starter since match 1 for this Lake Stevens team. Very talented young lady. There's Gregory, quick to Flowers. The pushover dug by Valentine. Eason in the middle. There's Anna Sack. Flowers goes up and stuffs that one. Quincy Flowers, junior middle for Kamiak. She is impressive. She's not the tallest middle you're ever going to run across, but she reads the game very, very well. Extremely athletic, and she has one heck of a reach. She's back at the service line. That brings into the front row. I believe we have Grace Forrester's just checked in. There's Eason, tip, and into the net. As that pass just a little too tight. Eason goes up, tries the left-handed power tip. Didn't have quite enough real estate to work with there. Flowers continues to serve. Valentine, run down by Eason, bump set for Onsen. That one's off the block, dig Flowers. Janchikowski out of system into the middle for Caitlin Kuntz, and that ball's long over the top. Lake Stevens gets the side out. Peyton Ludwig, senior libero for the Vikings, shepherds that one to the line. She was the Speedway Chevrolet player of the match last time we saw the Vikings. I believe that was at Jackson High School. Lily Eason at the service line for Lake Stevens now. Gilbert. Brought back wonderfully by Janchikowski. Free ball sent by Kuntz. The middle Sack. Eason. Onsen. Push, and it finds the line. So the outside hitter for Kamiak leaves it, thinking it's going out of play, and that ball magically drops right on the sideline. Eason continues to serve. Gilbert. Brockvogel. Into the middle for Forrester. She misfires. Lake Stevens on a little roll here early in set number 1. Lake Stevens has not lost a league match since the 2015 season. Undefeated in league last year, on their way to an 8th place finish at state. Undefeated so far in league this year. Hannah Onsen gets the touch off the block, and right out of the gates in the first 7 points of the match for Lake Stevens, Hannah Onsen has 5 kills. Eason continues to serve. Gilbert, Gregory, Forrester, Grace Forrester, beautiful swing. Forrester, there's no E in there, Maddie. I'll get it, Grace, I got you. Great swing from Grace Forrester, almost the exact same angle we saw her hit against Jackson, where she caught Taylor Eastwood, the Jackson setter, off guard. Knocked her out of the match into concussion protocol. Eastwood since recovered. Into the match, Adriana Kempton for Kamiak. She will set and serve Hannah Onsen, and she hammers that one off the block and out. She's got 6 kills. Welcome to the Hannah Onsen Show on STSPN.com. Quite a start for her. She goes out of the front row. Kamiak's got to take a big sigh of relief now. She's out of the front row and back to serve. Here's Kempton into the middle for Forster. She pushes that off the hands of Sack, and she gets her 2nd kill. So you see the dynamic duo of freshman setters for Kamiak, Adriana Kempton and Cam Woodworth. Kempton here early in set one for Kamiak. Jacqueline Janczykowski at the service line, and that's an ace. Jacqueline gets her first point of the night. She goes right into the seam between the two seniors, Onsen and Ludwig. Nice aggressive float serve. The bottom just falls out of that. Also have Sloan Spencers checked into the front row for Kamiak. Second service ace for Janczykowski. Grace Schrodel's checked into the match. She's your front row outside hitter right now, as well as Haley Muir is in the match for Lake Stevens. Pass from Onsen, tight, Eason. Oh, that was an illegal back row attack. Should have been called. She was above the height of the net when she played that. Quick in the middle for sack. Dig Kempton, tipped by Spencer, picked up by Forster and out of play. And Kamiak will feel hard done as Eason with the back row attack when she is in the back row. Probably should not have happened. Her and Hannah Onsen having a quick discussion about that. Lily knows. Peyton Ludwig, senior libero, at the service line for the Vikings. Gilbert. Kempton pushes outside for Hannah Canute. Dig Ludwig. Eason. Here's Schroe. Double contact called against Eason. It's a tight standard. See if we hold that standard consistently through the evening. Haley Gilbert, junior libero for Kamiak at the service line. She goes after Onsen. Here's Eason with the jump pivot. Nice chicken wing dig from Hannah Canute. Onsen picks up the ball again. Here's right side Haley Muir, and that one's sent down by the combination of Canute and Flowers. Gilbert continuing at the service line. Onsen again at the 10-foot line. Eason, jump pivot for Schradel. No touch detected. She misfires over the top. Gilbert continues to serve. Kamiak climbs back into the lead now. Played off the pancake. Nope. Took a long time to think about that one, but it's called down and a service ace for the libero Gilbert. To be fair, it looked like it was down. Any part of the ball touches any part of the floor, that ball is out of play. And another service ace for Gilbert. So all of a sudden, 4 aces in relatively quick succession for the Knights, and we see some chinks in Lake Stevens serve receive armor here. Looking at Schrodel, Onsen, and Ludwig in serve receive right now. Your front row hitters are Schradel, Muir, and Eisminger. Here's Eason running this one down. Pumps it back into the middle. Free ball sent by Ludwig. Gilbert, perfect pass for Kempton. Here's Flowers over the top and down. Quincy Flowers with her first kill of the night. Kamiak is on fire. Lake Stevens taking a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well right here on STSPN.com.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At G&S, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call G&S.
Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. It started off early as the Hannah Onsen show for the Vikings. She put out 6 kills. Ever since she's been in the back row, it's been nothing but Kamiak Knights. Haley Gilbert, junior libero, at the service line. Tonight's match brought to you by Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. Our presenting sponsor, Grace Schradel, off the block there. Net violation called against, looked like a number 8, Quincy Flowers, and Lake Stevens gets the much-needed side out. Into serve and play defense for the Vikings. Kendall Solis. She takes the place of Haley Muir. Jan Schakowski run down by Kempton. Over the top, Spencer picked up by Eason. Out of system set from Ludwig. Right back for Eason, the big lefty down the line. She misses. She's looking for a touch. No touch detected. Lily thought there was a touch. Came at a low angle, but I had no way to see if there was a touch on that one. Additional support for tonight's match also brought to you by GNS Heating, McDaniel's Do-It Center, and Fred's Rivertown Ale House. Of course, at the end of the match, we'll be considering Sam Gregory your server for the Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match award. Here's Hannah Canute. Dig by Schradel. Eason, back row for Onsen, and she hammers that ball. It's kept alive and pounded down by Flowers. Pinball play as that ball hit with heavy hand from Onsen. Jacqueline Janchikowski gets down on it. It bounces off of number 13, Sarah Brockvogel, up in the air in front of Quincy Flowers. She puts it away. Sam Gregory will continue to serve. Solis, Eason with the dump. Janchikowski right on top of it. Gregory, double contact called. That's consistent with what we saw called against Eason earlier. Side out for the Vikings. Schradel back to the service line. That means Hannah Onsen back into the front row. It's been all night since she went back to serve early in the first set. Here's Flowers off the hands of Eisminger and Onsen, picked up by Onsen. Roll shot over the top. Nice pickup there from Canute. Free ball sent by Gregory, and Ludwig and Solis misconnect there. Was bad for the clipboard of Lake Stevens head coach Kyle Hoagland. Those things will frustrate you in a close match. Into the match to serve for the Kamiak Knights, Caitlin Kuntz. She goes right after Solis. Eason jumps set for Onsen, punches it over the top. Dick Gilbert. And confusion here from Kamiak, kept off the floor by Kuntz. Eason, quick outside for Onsen. Again, they're off pace. Again, Quincy Flowers with the solo block in the middle. And Kamiak is rolling. So we talked early about that cool confidence that Kamiak walked in here, was on display through the introductions, through the warm-ups. Lake Stevens had some excitement rolling, and right now it's Kamiak who's showing to have the better approach here early on. Janchikowski misses just over the top, no touch detected. That brings the freshman Eisminger back to serve. The junior Anna Sack into the front row as your front row middle, along with Eason and Onsen. Eisminger, nice serve, great pickup by Gilbert. Janchikowski over the top, dig Eisminger. Here's Hannah Onsen, dig Gilbert. Oh, a big touch and out of play. Brockvogel got the touch on it, just trying to keep it alive and couldn't keep it in play. Eisminger continues to serve. Nice dig by her. She misfires on that one. Kamiak maintains control here in set number one. Grace Forster into the front row. She's your middle. Haley Gilbert to the bench while Quincy Flowers serves for the Knights. She serves at Ludwig, Valentine, and Solis in your try line. Valentine outside. Hannah Onsen pounds it off of Gregory, and again it's kept alive. The big dig from Sam Gregory. Again, a timing is off, and Hannah Onsen finds the line anyway. She is unbelievable tonight with that. That's the second one that looked like it was clearly going out. Drops right on the line. That'll bring Lily Eason back to serve. Haley Muir into the front row. Muir's a junior right side. Caitlin Kuntz with the pass. Run down bump set by Gregory. A big heavy hand from Brockvogel, dig Ludwig. Onsen off the block, picked up by Valentine. Nice cover by her. Right side now for Muir, and she kills it off of Gregory. Or pardon me, off of Gilbert into the seam between her and Gregory. That's Haley Muir's first kill of the night. Eason misfires on that one. I do believe on our completely unofficial stat sheet that is the first player for Lake Stevens, aside from Hannah Onsen, who has a kill this evening. Adriana Kempton into serve and set for the Knights. That also brings Sloan Spencer into the front row for Kamiak. Oh, what a set by Lily Eason. Incredibly athletic just to get to that ball, and Kamiak can't bring the ball back over. That ball looked like it was doomed on the overfeed. Eason goes way up high, gets both hands on it clean, pulls it back in for her hitter, and Lake Stevens stays alive. Onsen at the service line. Kempton outside for Jan Chakowski. Off the block, dig Onsen. Eason jump pivot outside, roll shot over the top, Schradel. Jan Chakowski's all over it. Back set, Sloan Spencer down the line. Somebody was in the net. Onsen pounds it off the ceiling, and it's down anyway. Spencer gets her first kill of the night. Jacqueline Jan-Chakowski at the service line. Hannah Canute back into the front row. She'll be your left pin for the Knights. Schradel. Nice set, pushed outside, and Grace Schradel gets a kill. Her little off-speed shot there. Senior Peyton Ludwig back to serve. Maddie Eisminger, the freshman, into the front row to play middle alongside Schradel and Muir. Onsen, Eason, and Ludwig in the back row for Lake Stevens, and Peyton Ludwig with the service ace. Her first of the night. She is the, last time we saw her, I believe she was the player of the match, Speedway Chevrolet player of the match for Lake Stevens. Nice pass from Jan Chakowski. Here's Sloan Spencer, tip over the top. Nice pickup by Muir. Eason pushes up in front of Schradel. Off the block, might have been out. Schradel picks it up anyway. Here goes back set to Muir. Nice dig from Gregory, or Kempton, pardon me. Gilbert out of system, set, and that's Hannah Canute from the outside. She drops the hammer on that one. Somehow finds the end line. Everyone in the gym, myself included, thought that ball was going to go long. Nice tight topspin, pulls it right down on the inline. Good call from the line judge. Haley Gilbert back to serve for the Knights. Nice pass from Onsen. Eason, Schradel pounds it through the block. Pick up by Kempton, but Canute can't get there, and it's going to be a kill for Grace Schradel. Kendall Solis back in to serve for Lake Stevens. They're clawing their way back into this first set. The top two teams in Wesco 4A. Thanks for joining us here on STSPN.com. Here's Haley Gilbert. Kempton, quick in the middle for Flowers. Net violation called against the setter Kempton. I thought they were going to get a double contact. I might have had some issue with that. But it was a net violation or a line violation. I'm not sure which. As she went up to make the athletic move, Flowers pounded it, but it was all for naught. Kendall Solis serves again. This time it's Canute. Here's Flowers, tip over the middle. Nice pickup by Schradel. Ball comes right back to her. She rolls over the top. Gilbert with the dig for the Knights. Outside, here's Hannah Canute right off the platform of Peyton Ludwig. Nice tip. Great cover by Jacqueline Jan-Chakowski. Sloan Spencer from the right side. Spencer with the kill. How about that defense on both sides? Sam Gregory checks back into the match to set and serve, as Sarah Brockvogel checks in to be your right pin. So Brockvogel, Flowers, and Canute in the front row for the Knights. Working on Solis. Beautiful pass for Eason. The slide from Eisminger. Short little off-speed work. Here's the set outside for Schradel. Kept alive inside the antenna, apparently. Gregory outside for Hannah Canute. She goes high over the top again, and Canute's got a pair of kills. We're starting to see a very well-developed, very balanced offense out of this Kamiak team. We've seen them distribute the ball very well through the course of the season. Each time we've seen them, largely due to the leadership of Sam Gregory from that setter position. Overfeed by Ludwig, easy one for Kamiak. Here's Canute again, off the block, picked up by Solis. Eason, she goes for Schradel, pick up by Gregory. Gilbert out of system for Canute. Canute sends a free ball. Schradel pounds it down, and Grace Schradel gets her third kill of the night on the overfeed. Oh no, not a kill on the overfeed. Looked like a net violation call perhaps. And set point here in set number one for the Kamiak Knights at Lake Stevens High School. Well, that would have been fun. Peyton Ludwig sends the down ball, picked up by Gilbert. Gregory, quick in the middle, off speed for Flowers, tries to punch it over with her left hand. Lake Stevens still alive. Grace Schradel to the service line, Hannah Onsen to the front row. Still set point for Kamiak. Gilbert, that looks like an overfeed. Eisminger with the touch. Illegal back row attack. Nope, net violation called against Gregory. Just looking for one good pass here, and Greg Post, Kamiak Knights head coach, decides to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well here on STSPN.com. Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. It is set point here in set number 1 for the visiting Kamiak Knights. Their one loss on the season was at the hands of the Lake Stevens Vikings in 5 sets. I believe that was the second match of the year for both of these teams. Grace Schradel, junior outside hitter at the service line for Lake Stevens, serving for their lives here in set number 1. Haley Gilbert, nice pass for Gregory, outside. Brockvogel down the line with authority. Sarah Brockvogel terminates set number 1, and it's Kamiak 25, Lake Stevens 22. We'll be back with set number 2 in about 2 minutes here on STSPN.com.
GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical would like to take this opportunity to thank you for giving us a chance to earn your business. In the next few moments, we will present a broad overview of our company and what goes on behind the scenes that sets us apart from our competitors. GNS was founded in 1977. Since then, we have grown to become a well-known leader in the Puget Sound area for residential, commercial HVAC, and electrical services. Our newest location in Everett is just over 8,000 square feet, with nearly 2,000 feet dedicated to our office staff. It houses our call center, accounting, scheduling, sales, and system design departments. 5,000 square feet of our new facility is for our vast inventory of heat pumps, furnaces, ducting, electrical wiring, and associated parts. Our fabrication shop is just over 1,000 square feet. This is where we custom fabricate each sheet metal fitting specifically for your home or building. GNS receives shipments of new HVAC parts and equipment nearly every business day to help streamline our installation process and save our customers money. GNS also has an on-site training facility with actual working HVAC systems. These systems are for ongoing service and installation technician training. We currently employ over 40 highly skilled and motivated individuals in various positions throughout the company. Whether you need an emergency service, new installation, or just a routine maintenance, we have the personnel to get the job done right. GNS maintains a fleet of over 25 well-stocked vehicles spread throughout all 3 departments. That means each truck is outfitted for the specific purpose of the job. Why do we tell you all this? Because we want you to know that whatever your need may be, we are a service company you can depend on. GNS is licensed and bonded. GNS stands behind their work with a satisfaction guarantee.
Tonight's matchup between the number 1 and number 2 teams in Westco 4A is brought to you by Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. McDaniel's Do It Center, GNS Heating, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, and of course, at the end of the match, we will present the Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match Award. I'm Matty Bishop alongside our producer Todd Elvig. This is the Snohomish Times Sports Network, and we have ourselves a good one on our hands here. The Kamiak Knights have come into the Lions' Den. They've come into Lake Stevens and taken set number 1 over the Vikings behind an extremely balanced attack featuring 2 kills from Hannah Canute, 2 kills from Quincy Flowers, 2 kills from Sarah Brockvogel, and 2 kills from Grace Forster, and 2 kills from Sloan Spencer. That, my friends, is how you distribute the volleyball. Fantastic performance from the setters for Kamiak. On the Lake Stevens side, early on, it was all Hannah Onsen, the senior outside hitter, put down the first 6 kills for the Vikings. 5 of the first 7 points came off the arm of Onsen. She went to the back row. Kamiak took charge. She finished the first set with 7 kills. Grace Schradel came alive, the other outside hitter, towards the end of the first set, along with Haley Muir. They put together 3 kills for Schradel, 1 kill for Muir. Got it close at the end, but it wasn't quite enough. Quincy Flowers, 2 big blocks in the middle for the Kamiak Knights. Jacqueline Janchikowski, senior outside hitter, put up 2 aces, as did the junior libero Haley Gilbert for Kamiak. These 2 teams played to 5 sets the first time they competed at Kamiak High School, a little over a month ago. Officials are checking the lineup here for set number 2. Lake Stevens is on your left in the black uniforms with purple trim. Kamiak on your right in the all-black uniforms with white numbers. Easiest to identify, Kamiak has the yellow libero, Haley Gilbert, number 10 on your right side. Peyton Ludwig, the senior libero, number 8 on the left. Kamiak will start with the serve. It's going to be the freshman setter, Adriana Kempton. She serves to Brooke Valentine. Here's Hannah Onsen, hammers and misses. And it balls out, no touch detected. Onsen's dumbfounded. She's talking to the coach or the line judge, one of the two. Kempton, she's not going to wait for her to get ready. She's just going to serve. Here's Eason, and a sack on the slide, pick up by Gilbert. Kempton pushes that ball outside. Canute, that ball is picked up by Muir. Valentine, free ball sent over by Sack, pick up by Gilbert. Kempton, quick in the middle for Flowers, and she just pushes it straight down at the head of Lily Eason. So we see Quincy go up high, big approach. We're used to seeing the big arm swing. She likes that power tip as well. She keeps the ball out in front of her. It's a nice play. Kempton with the service ace. Adriana is one of 2 freshman setters that Coach Greg Post has been using here in recent matches. And she goes for it right down the middle with that one. Misses just long, but gets her Kamiak Knights off to a fantastic start here in set number 2. Lake Stevenson's setter Lily Eason, the Seattle University commit. Back to the service line. Kempton, bump set, outside Sarah Brockvogel, and no touch detected. That ball is a point for the Vikings. Eason will continue to serve. Hannah Canute, perfect pass for Kempton in the middle for Flowers, who puts it off the left hand of Anna Sack and down. You keep that ball in front of you when you go up for that tip. You can see the blocker's hands, see where there's a hole, and that time Quincy Flowers does a nice job of just pushing it off the outside hand of Anna Sack. Caitlin Kuntz comes into the match, serves for the Knights. That doesn't end well. That brings Hannah Onsen to the back row. Grace Schradel into the front row for Lake Stevens. Schradel really got things going towards the end of set number 1. Onsen serve right to Janchikowski. Here comes the set back to Janchikowski. That ball's down, and the official is going to go ahead and play it. That ball was way down. Easton will get credit for a dig there. Ball pushed over the top, and finally Quincy Flowers goes ahead and takes care of business, and maybe that kill should have gone to Janchikowski in the original swing, but Flowers is the one who gets it over the top. She'll go back to serve. She's got 5 kills and 2 blocks on the evening, does the junior Flowers. She's going to go right down the line at Grace Schradel. Out of system set. That's a double contact big time. from Peyton Ludwig, senior libero. Flowers will continue to serve for the Knights. Ludwig. Onsen runs that one down, out of system set. Ludwig sends a free ball. Kuntz. Kempton. Here's Brockvogel off the block. No contact. It came off the tape. No contact detected for the block, so that's 4 contacts against the Knights, and that brings Peyton Ludwig back to serve for Lake Stevens, which means the freshman Maddie Eisminger's into the front row, along with Haley Muir and Grace Schradel. Gilbert. And that ball couldn't be controlled by Kempton. Nice aggressive serve from Ludwig. Ludwig again. Good pass from Kuntz. Kempton, Janczykowski, Dig Onsen. Eason. Schradel pounds that one off the tape as she just misfires there. Big block up in front of her with Brockvogel and Forrester both over there. As you saw, the middle, Eisminger got trapped by the dig 9 feet off the net. She couldn't get the full transition. Nowhere to go but to Schradel, and perhaps she was trying a bit hard to beat the block. Sam Gregory, a nice serve from her. Good pickup from Ludwig. Here's Haley Muir, big jump and reach. No touch as that ball just gets on top of her. She hits it out. Sam Gregory, junior setter for Kamiak, will continue to serve. Pardon me, Sam Gregory is a senior setter from Kamiak. Ball pushed outside, double contact call against Eason. It's been consistent, I gotta say. It's been tight, but it's been consistent, and you would like to see 2 teams at the top of a division. You'd like to see a high standard set for the hands, for the setters, for everybody on the court. Officials done a good job so far. Service ace from Gregory. And Lake Stevens going to take an early timeout before things get out of hand here in set number 2. We'll take a timeout as well on STSPN.com.
Your dreams evolve, and with committed support, they thrive. American Family Insurance.
Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. The Vikings are in a little bit of trouble here, a position that they're not accustomed to being in. They dropped set number 1, 25-22 to the Kamiak Knights. They're down 10-4 here in set number 2. Kamiak came in here cool, confident, and composed, and they certainly have looked it throughout the course of the match so far. Sam Gregory, senior setter for the Kamiak Knights, is at the service line. She's joined in the back row by junior libero Haley Gilbert and junior defensive specialist Caitlin Kuntz. Jacqueline Janczykowski, senior outside hitter in the front row. She's there with Sloan Spencer, your right pin, and your middle hitter is Grace Forster. Lake Stevens got the freshman Eisminger in the middle. Grace Schradel's your front row outside hitter. Haley Muir is your right side. Peyton Ludwig, your libero. Hannah Onsen in the back row is the outside hitter, along with the setter, Lily Eason, working out of rotation number 3 here. Lake Stevens has used their first time out. Tonight's match brought to you by Ace Hardware and Lake Stevens. Make sure you get out and thank them for bringing you great volleyball action here on STSPN.com. Gregory with her second ace. That's 7 aces now for Kamiak to 1 for Lake Stevens on the extremely unofficial stat sheet brought to you by UprisingVolleyball.com. Hannah Onsen picks that one up out of system set for Eisminger, and free ball sent over by Ludwig. Gilbert, Gregory, push fast outside for Janczykowski. She chops it over, dug by Eason. Out of system set for Schradel. That ball's picked up by Kuntz. Gregory goes back set. Spencer off a mirror and down, and Sloan Spencer with the kill. 3 on the night for her. Word just in from our official fact checker on the other side of the STSPN broadcast. Haley Gilbert is indeed a senior, not a junior libero. Hannah Onsen out of the back row. She's a senior. She's got 8 kills on the night. Good looking out, Caitlin. Thanks for that. Kendall Solis checks in for the Lake Stevens Vikings. She is a junior, defensive specialist. She misfires on that one, and the Kamiak Knights are rolling here in set number 2. Hannah Canute checks into the front row, taking the place of Caitlin Kuntz. The senior Jacqueline Jonchikowski back to serve. Hannah Onsen. Eason, 10 feet off the net. Schradel pounds it off the block of Forster and Spencer. Picked up by Forster on the overfeed. Free ball sent by Jonchikowski. Solis, Eason, that one's a little behind Schradel. She has to reach back for it, and gets the touch as she finds the hands. Schradel's got 4 kills on the night. Lake Stevens offense has been extremely quiet here in set number 2. Grace Schradel back to the service line. Hannah Canute. Sam Gregory. Underhand tip from Forster. Pick up out of system set from Ludwig. Schradel over the top, and the touch called as Gregory got just a piece of it. May trying to make the diving attempt. 5 kills on the night now for Schradel. That one out of the back row. Impressive arm swing from that young lady. Schradel at Canute again, and net violation called against Eisminger. That was an interesting one, because if the ball broke the plane, Gregory touched it above the height of the net, and it touched Eisminger before anyway. Net violation called against Maddie Eisminger, point Knights. The senior libero, Haley Gilbert, at the service line. So Kyle Hoagland, I believe, is arguing the same point we were just talking about. If the back row setter touches the ball above the height of the net and it is then immediately touched by a blocker, that's an illegal back row attack. If that happened before Maddie Eisminger contacted the net, that would have been the call. It would have been point Lake Stevens. That is a beautiful set by Lily Eason, but Eisminger can't quite connect on it. Would have been point Lake Stevens. That's all for naught. It was deemed that Eisminger touched the net first, or that she didn't touch the ball off the set from Gregory. And here's the senior libero Haley Gilbert at the service line. It's all Kamiak here in set number 2. Gilbert puts her 3rd ace of the night up, and Lake Stevens searching for some serve receives, searching for some offense, taking a timeout to see if they can find it over on the sidelines. We're going to take a timeout as well here on STSPN.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Lot to think about. Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. The Kamiak Knights are in control here in set number 2, and they have a 1-0 lead over the Lake Stevens Vikings. Kamiak looking at their one opportunity to control their own destiny in the playoff scene here in Wesco 4A, win the regular season title. Lily Eason bump set for Hannah Onsen, no touch detected. That shot is long, and Kamiak continues to roll. It's the last head-to-head matchup of the regular season between these two teams. Gilbert, Solis, Eason pounds it off the block. Great read by Gilbert. Double contact called against Johnson. I have to say it's been tight, but it has been consistent. Very nice job by the officials so far tonight on the double contacts. Eisminger back to serve. Canute, Gregory, missed contact, and that's a double. Ooh, that's a double on a first contact. Would have to be ruled that it was two distinct motions, which with the ball bouncing off her shoulder, then the chicken wing off her elbow. You can make that case. Adriana Kempton in to serve for the Knights. Sarah Brockvogel into the front row. There's an out-of-system bump set for Eason to Hannah Onsen. Ball picked up by Flowers. Onsen's been quiet. Brockvogel hammers that ball down off of Eason, and Sarah Brockvogel has made the most out of her opportunities tonight. The 6-foot sophomore for Kamiak hasn't gotten set a lot, but she's got 3 kills. She's playing very well on the right side. Kempton goes right after Solis again. Out of system set from Valentine. Onsen rolls that ball down the line. That's a beautiful shot from Hannah Onsen. That ball had pace and placement, which is a magical combination when you're a hitter. Almost looked like she learned that on the beach. Lily Eason, the service line for the Vikings. Canute, Kempton, tip over the top by Brockvogel. Out of system set from Ludwig. Onsen, roll shot, great pickup from Canute, or from Jan Schakowski, pardon me. That ball pounded off the block, good pickup by Valentine. Run down by Eason. Onsen right at Gilbert. Kempton, back set for Canute, and Hannah Canute pounds that one down. That's 3 for her on the night. She's a junior outside hitter. Caitlin Kuntz, the service line. Kamiak in command here in set number 2. Hannah Onsen back to the service line. Grace Schradel into the front row. She takes the place of the defensive specialist, Brooke Valentine. Onsen serve at Jan Schakowski. Kempton sets it back for Flowers. Nice pickup from Ludwig. Little dump, good pickup from Flowers. Brockvogel. Well, Schradel and Onsen connect. And free ball sent by Issa. Nice job running that down by Ludwig. Here comes Brockvogel again. Pick up by Onsen. Here's Haley Muir for the Vikings. That's off the block. Pick up by Schradel. Nice cover by her. Schradel pounds that one off the block and down. Grace Schradel has 6 kills on the night. She has been the bright spot in the Lake Stevens offense since about 3/4 of the way through set number 1. The vast majority of the kills for Lake Stevens have belonged to Grace Schradel. Here's Jacqueline Janchikowski. Dig by Hannah Onsen. Eason, Schradel. That ball's pounded off the block, kept alive by Ludwig, but eventually it drops. That's a big block. Sarah Brockvogel and Quincy Flowers over there. It's a nice rotation for Kamiak. Flowers now comes to the back row to serve. That brings the smaller of the 2 middles, Grace Forster, into the front row, along with Brockvogel and Jan Schakowski. Flowers works on Onsen. Out of system set, run down by Ludwig. Free ball sent by Schradel. Easy pickup from Kuntz. Kempton, back set for Brockvogel. That one did not get the hands of Anna Sack. And that's 4 contacts against the Kamiak Knights. Lake Stevens has the lion's share of the work to do here in set number 2. Peyton Ludwig, senior libero, back at the service line. Gilbert. Jan Schakowski, pick up by Eason. Ball punched over by Ludwig and hammered down with authority by Grace Forster. Just waiting for a substitution here. No, substitution is waved off. I'm not sure how you wave off a substitution. Well, I don't understand how that happened. You can't beckon for serve until there's a server behind the service line. So unless Brockvogel had the ball behind the service line, and then they beckoned for serve, and then they ran up to try and make the sub. That must have been what happened, because the server has to be behind the service line with the ball before you can beckon for serve. So Brockvogel must have gone back there. Either way, it's a side out, an easy one for Lake Stevens. Kendall Solis comes into the match. She'll be at the service line for the Vikings. And so now we didn't beckon for serve. Before it seemed like we beckoned for serve when we shouldn't have. Now we didn't beckon for serve when maybe we thought we should have. They're trying to figure things out at the score table. High school sports, Todd, high school sports. You never know what's going to happen. Fantastic performance so far by the Kamiak Knights. Unbelievable. Lake Stevens, I think, is just a little bit dumbfounded. Going to be very interesting to see how they find their footing here through the end of set number 2 and going into set number 3. They are an extremely explosive, extremely dangerous team. Kamiak can take nothing for granted at this point. Hey, while we have a break, if you like what you're seeing here, if you enjoy watching these kind of matchups on STSPN.com, make sure you check out our sponsors. Take really good care of them, okay? It's Ace Hardware Lake Stevens. They're our presenting sponsor this year for volleyball. Check them out. Get in there. Thank them with your pocketbooks. Thank them with your voice. Give them a phone call. Tell them you love them. Goes a long ways to making more of this happen. We've got more volleyball than ever before here on STSPN.com. Players think we're ready, but we're really not. The officials are getting together now. Don't forget about our Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match. Speedway Chevrolet coming through in a big way to help support high school sports this year. Thank those guys for doing that. If you need a new rig, a new car, truck, whatever you need, get over to Speedway Chevrolet. Check them out. McDaniel's Do-It Center in Snohomish. Help you out with a little Do-It Center kind of project. If you're over in the Snohomish area and you're working on something, go check those guys out. Thank them for their support. Fred's Rivertown Ale House. Stop by. Grab yourself a nice little dinner, maybe an ale. Thank them for their support. GNS Heating. If you got heating problems, there's only one place to go. That's GNS Heating. And, of course, Uprising Volleyball. Here's Kendall Solis with the serve. Sam Gregory punches that one up in the air. Sloan Spencer pounds it down. Well, not down. Off of Hannah Onsen. Pick up by Knutz. That's really tight. Somehow kept alive. No, not kept alive. Lift call. Must be a lift call. I'm not sure I recognize that hand signal, but we're going to call it a lift. Solis continues to serve. Kuntz, Gregory, Janczykowski, dig Ludwig. Eason, jump pivot for Schradel. Schradel high off the hands, dig Janczykowski. Gregory with the dump. Nice read by Eason. She is quick. Schradel off the hands again. Good cover from Onsen. Eason quick in the middle for Eisminger, and she lets it get behind her just a little bit, and that ball drifts out of play. Hannah Knut will check into the front row for the Kamiak Knights. Jacqueline Janczykowski to the service line. The senior outside hitter has been a big part of this Kamiak team for the last 3 years. This year certainly no exception. Ludwig, perfect pass for Eason. That ball's behind Schradel, disrupts the tempo, pick up by Knut. Gregory, what a set for Sloan Spencer. The pancake is alive. Somehow, Eisminger hammers it into the net. Eason gets it over. Janczykowski out of the back row, dig by Onsen. Eason, it's up. Schradel off the block. She covers her own that time. Eason back to Schradel. This one she goes hard cross corner. Hannah Knut's there. Backside set for Sloan Spencer. She misfires. Lake Stevens starting to build a little momentum here towards the end of set number 2. And we have an official's timeout at the table.
What was that sign you made?
The sign that was made by the official was a touch contact, meaning the ball came off the tape and then touched the blocker, saying, yep, it was touched. That's why they continued play instead of blowing 4 contacts. It's an unofficial hand signal used to communicate politely to the coaches when they start screaming, no touch, no touch, no touch. Lake Stevens on a bit of a roll here and towards the end of set number 3. Kamiak with a commanding lead still. The Vikings down 1-0 already. A little bit shocked. Great crowd here in Lake Stevens. Tons of folks coming out to watch this matchup between the number 1 and number 2 team in Wesco 4A. Oh, conference between the officials. Something coming from the scorer's table. And it looks like one of the 2 teams may be out of rotation. As we wait for everyone to sort this out, let's talk about a very important event coming up this weekend. It's the Give It Back Foundation's fundraiser for the community of Cantano in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Give It Back Foundation founder Courtney Thompson, two-time Olympic medalist and setter for the U.S. women's national team, is going to be conducting a clinic at Uprising Volleyball in Mukilteo from 9 to 11 a.m. Sunday morning, October 15th. Just a $50 donation gets you into the clinic. There's still a couple spots left. Check it out at uprisingvolleyball.com. There's also a silent auction afterwards. We're back in business. Grace Schradel at the service line, junior outside hitter for Lake Stevens. Jacqueline Janchikowski, that ball's run down by Gregory. High set, free ball sent by Gilbert. Ludwig, perfect pass for Eason. Hannah Onsen hammers it off the block, picked up by Gilbert. Gregory now, Janchikowski off the block, pick up by Ludwig. Run down by Eason, out of system back row, free ball sent from Schradel. Gilbert, Gregory, ooh, that may have been a double contact. Dig by Solis anyway, and then the kill from Eason, her first kill of the night. And Schradel back to the service line as they continue on, the Vikings do. Well, it ain't over till it's over. It certainly looks like Kamiak's got this one in control, but Lake Stevens, no quit in this team. Gregory, quick in the middle for Forster, and she gets one-on-one with Eisminger, and she wins that battle. And you want that one-on-one battle between your hitter and a blocker more often than not. Nice job by Sam Gregory recognizing she had her middle one-on-one. Puts up the easy set. Kamiak with set point here in set number 2. Jacqueline Janchikowski at the service line. Dig by Canute, Gregory, Spencer. Oh, net contact called against Lake Stevens. That's the end of set number 2. It's all Kamiak Knights here through the first 2 sets. They've got a 2-0 lead. We'll be back to see if Lake Stevens can respond here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network, STSPN.com.
That Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School, where it has been all Kamiak nights here. The first two sets to Kamiak, 25-22, 25-16. They walked in here cool, composed, confident looking, and they have played the exact same way. Lake Stevens looked like maybe they had a little bit of nerves going early in the match. Looked like maybe the excitement over facing the only other team that's really in contention to catch them here at the top of the Wesco 4A standings, wanting to put up a good show in front of their home audience. Maybe it all just got to them a little bit. They came out a little tight. Looked good though through the latter part of set number 2. They come out for set number 3 now with their backs against the wall, and we'll see what this Lake Stevens team has. They have not lost in league play since 2015. Undefeated in league play last year on their way to an 8th place finish at state. Undefeated through 8 matches in league play this year. Senior setter Lily Eason starts the match. Haley Gilbert overfeeds that one, and Anna Sack puts the ball down. Her first kill of the night. I always thought the setter, the server, whoever they are, should get an assist on those. Doesn't work that way, but it would be cool. Eason goes right after Gilbert again. This set Cameron Woodworth now. That ball misfired over the top. So setter change for the Kamiak Knights. It's Cameron Woodworth in place of Adriana Kempton. So both of these players played in the JV match, only have limited sets available. Eason on a roll here early in set number 3, so that setter change may be a little disruptive. We've seen it before. Not the first time Woodworth set at the varsity level. She's done a very nice job of it when we've seen her play here, but sometimes just that change of voice and personality on the court. Nice job with the shot over the top there from Sarah Brockvogel. She gets her 4th kill of the match. That brings Hannah Canute back to serve for Kamiak. She's serving at Onsen, Ludwig, and Valentine. Misfire from Canute. Hannah Onsen back to the service line. Grace Schradel, who had a good second set, checks back into the front row. She takes the place of the defensive specialist Valentine. She'll be your left pin. Haley Muir is your right pin. And Anna Sack, the junior, is your middle for the Vikings. East in the back row setter, Peyton Ludwig, your senior libero, and Hannah Onsen at the service line. Jacqueline Janchikowski with the set, quick-ish in the middle for Flowers. Here's Schradel. That ball picked up by Caitlin Kuntz, and Woodworth maybe could have taken another step on that one. Schradel gets the kill.
Hey, Maddie.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to let you know that these fathers that are standing next to us, they are telling me that it's good luck to stand because since they've been standing, the Lake Stevens has scored every single volley. Is that the right word, volley?
Rallies.
Rally.
We just broke the theory, unfortunately, in a big way. Quincy Flowers with a stuff block on that one.
We'll see if they sit down now.
Really good start, though, for Lake Stevens here in set number 3. As we mentioned, they've got their backs against the wall. First time in a long time that they've felt this kind of pressure. We'll see how this team reacts. Hannah Onsen picks that ball up. The serve from Flowers. Nice dig from Janchikowski. Woodworth bump set for Brockvogel. Pick up by Eason. Out of system bump set from the libero Ludwig. Misfire by Schradel and Kamiak. Nice job from Sarah Brockvogel tonight. I've been very impressed with the way she's hitting the ball. Really heavy ball. Only a sophomore. Perfect pass from Ludwig. Here's Muir. She misfires into the net on that one. Nice pass from the libero Ludwig. Haley Muir just a little out of tempo, a little out of system. The junior middle, Quincy Flowers, 5 kills, 3 blocks on the night already. She continues to do some work from the service line now. Ludwig picks this one up. Schradel out of system set. Free ball sent over by Ludwig. Flowers. Woodworth down the line. What a shot from Jacqueline Janchikowski. Her first kill of the night unofficially on my stat sheet, and it was a pretty one. Quincy Flowers continues to serve. Lily Eason suddenly magically has an untied shoe. That tends to happen at critical moments when the other team's on a run. Some of your veteran senior leadership. Although that's pretty committed as she loses a piece of her shoelace there. She's doing a very, very good job of tying those shoes. Meanwhile, Quincy Flowers standing at the service line, waiting. Eason, double thumbs up. She's back ready to go. Here goes Quincy Flowers and the Kamiak Knights. Are they ready to go? Good serve from Flowers. Ludwig, right side, Muir, roll shot over the top. She beats Woodworth. Haley Muir with her second kill of the night. Peyton Ludwig back to the service line now. And service ace from the senior libero Ludwig, her second of the night. Unofficially, the only 2 aces that I have recorded for Lake Stevens. I do miss stats all the time, so these stats are far from perfect. Don't take my word for it, but I do my best to keep it accurate for you. Here's Ludwig again. Kuntz pops this one straight up. Out of system set from Gilbert. Jan Chikowski over the top. Dig Ludwig. That's going up into the rafters. Onsen runs that down. Schradel sends a free ball. Gilbert. Great pass for Woodworth. Outside, Jan Chikowski has to reach, and Onsen can't come up with it. And Jackie with her second kill in the last couple rallies. So many weapons for this Kamiak Knights team, and they do such a good job of moving the ball around. Greg Post, such a detail-oriented coach. Really like the way that he attacks the game. Very analytical mind, has the most incredible whiteboard handwriting of any human being I have ever met. Here's Lily Eason. And Schradel hammers that ball off the tape. 4 contacts is the call. Sam Gregory, the junior setter for Kamiak. Sorry, senior setter for Kamiak. I knew that. I already made that mistake once. That one could have been called on the standard we were running earlier. It was not. That one was. So double contact called against Gregory. Overall, the calls have been very consistent. Kendall Solis in to serve for the Vikings. Kuntz. Gregory, pardon me, for Jan Chikowski. Dig Ludwig. Look at that set from Lily Eason. Pick up by Gilbert. Bump set from Gregory. Free ball at a funky angle from Sloan. Onsen overcooked. No, she didn't overcook that. Hannah Onsen was not passing that ball. Hannah Onsen was setting Lily Eason. That's unreal. Beautiful work between those two.
Okay, I'm deciding whether they stand or sit now, and we've been 2 for 2.
2 for 2, all right. Todd's keeping himself occupied. Meanwhile, Hannah Onsen with another dig. Eason, Schradel off the block and out. Grace Schradel with her 7th kill of the night. Kendall Solis continuing from the service line. Lake Stevens looks alive. Gregory, nice job getting her hands on that ball on the rundown. Shot over the top right at the libero Ludwig. Schradel again, and she gets the better of Kuntz. Schradel with 9 kills now. Timeout called by the Kamiak Knights. Lake Stevens coming up with a big answer early here in set number 3. We'll take a timeout here on STSPN.com. Back in 30 seconds.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife, Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. Tonight's Wesco 4A Battle of the Titans brought to you by Ace Hardware Lake Stevens, McDaniel's Do-It Center in Snohomish, GNS Heating, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, Uprising Volleyball, and at the end of the night we will have the Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match, Kendall Solis, Junior Defensive Specialist at the service line for the Lake Stevens Vikings. Lake Stevens on a roll in set number 3. It's been all Kamiak so far tonight. They came in here and started dealing out some whoopings. Lake Stevens has found a little groove here in set number 3, and they're looking to get back into this one. Here's Jacqueline Janchikowski. What a pickup by Hannah Onsen. Great set from Easton Schradel with the cut shot. Pickup by Janchikowski. Bump set, free ball sent by Janchikowski. Solis, Eason, here's Schradel. Off the block, Gilbert gets it up, and Janchikowski can't get there. Beautiful pancake from Haley Gilbert. Grace Schradel with her 10th kill of the night. She leads all hitters.
We're 3 for 3 now.
Solis at the service line. It's apparently this is all on the dad sitting next to the STSPN.com.
Yeah, it
booth.
has nothing to do with the girls' play.
Grace Schradel punches this ball through the middle. Pick up by Kuntz. Gregory outside. Janchikowski off the block and out. Jacqueline gets her 3rd kill of the night. Jackie, we call her. She'll go back to the service line. Hannah Canute into the front row, along with Sloan Spencer and Grace Forster for the Kamiak Knights. Your setter, Sam Gregory on that side, and your libero, senior Haley Gilbert. Janchikowski right at Ludwig. Big jump pivot from Eason, hammered by Onsen, but way out of play. No touch occurred, no touch detected, and Kamiak with the senior Janchikowski at the service line, looking to do some damage to this early Lake Stevens lead here in set number 3. Overfeed, Eason gets beat by him. Spencer puts that one back. Sloan Spencer 4 kills of the night.
That wrecked my mojo right there.
Along with Grace Forster, Sarah Brockvogel for Kamiak. Quincy Flowers has 5 kills. Eason runs that ball down into the benches. That's going to go as a service ace. Janchikowski's 3rd of the night. She's got 3 kills, as does Hannah Canute. And a very, as we mentioned, a very, very balanced performance for the Kamiak Knights. Ludwig, bump set from Eason. Here's Schradel, misfires high over the top. It's the serve receive for Lake Stevens. It's been trouble for them tonight. You see they're in almost a 2-player serve receive now with Ludwig and Onsen. Ludwig takes that one. Janchikowski, Gregory, Canute off the block, pick up by Gilbert. Gregory, roll shot over the top, and Schradel saw it, couldn't do anything about it, and that is a beautiful play from Hannah Canute, her 4th kill of the night. And Kamiak storms back into the league. Lake Stevens trying to find themselves here. This ball right to Hannah Onsen. Perfect pass for Eason. Schradel hammers that one down. She's got 11. She'll go back to the service line. Hannah Onsen, we've barely heard a peep out of her since early in set number 1. She's back in the front row now. Schradel, Gilbert, Gregory, Canute. Oh, what a swing from Hannah Canute, her 5th kill of the night. Brooke Valentine into play defense. Schradel checks out. Senior libero Haley Gilbert at the service line for the Kamiak Knights. They're trying to close out the win here in set number 3. Would be a huge upset. Hannah Onsen wants none of that. That's her 10th kill of the night. We saw her and Lily Eason miss on that fast speed play earlier in the match. That time they certainly connected. Onsen pounds it out off the block, and the freshman Eisminger's back to the service line. Janchikowski run down by Spencer, can't control, and that's going to be an ace for the freshman Maddie Eisminger. Have not seen much production out of the middles for Lake Stevens tonight. Jonchikowski, Gregory, here's Canute, roll shot over the top, pick up by Onsen. What a play by Hannah Onsen. Gilbert, here's Sloan Spencer, pushes that ball down the line and in, and Spencer with her 5th kill of the night. Just continue to see these incredible team efforts out of the Kamiak Knights. Cameron Woodworth, freshman setter at the service line. She misfires on that one. So this is where Lake Stevens got off to the fast start here in set number 3 when Kamiak made the change between Kempton and Woodworth. Lily Eason at the service line. She's got a 1-point lead here late in the set. See if she can do some damage. She was good for 4 points early on here in the 3rd set. She goes right after Gilbert. Ball mid-deep in the back row. Out of the back row, Jonchikowski. Dig by Valentine and a nice one. Here's Hannah Onsen. Roll shot over the top and down. Onsen's got 11. Her and Schradel both have 11. They lead all hitters. Eason. After Gilbert again. This one an overfeed. Onsen pounds that one off of Gilbert. Woodworth with a bump set. Brockvogel, she's blocked. She covers herself. Gilbert out of system set. Free ball set by Jonchikowski. Picked up by Muir. Here comes Onsen. That timing was funky. Gilbert with the dig. Here's Flowers. Push over the top. Nice dig, Valentine. Here we go to Onsen again. That ball's off the touch and down. So that's going to be Canute and Flowers with credit for the block on that one. Hannah Canute back to the service line. Junior, outside hitter / right side. She's been very good. Hannah Onsen, trouble with that one. Nice job by Haley Muir. Just bring that back into the middle of the court. Here comes Brockvogel. No touch detected. She fires high over the top. Little matrix play from Peyton Ludwig as that ball goes out of play. Hannah Onsen to the back row. Grace Schradel back into the front row for Lake Stevens.
Well, you watch Lily, she's just all game, isn't she?
Lily Eason is a competitor. Has been. I remember she was a U12 double contact call against Woodworth. That ball was put away on the overfeed anyway. When she was a U12, I was a U13's head coach, and she was coming in doing all sorts of extra fitness training. She was all over her nutrition right from day one. Had the pleasure of coaching her 13 season. She's an amazing kid, wonderful athlete. Not the best soccer player you ever see. She tries to pick that one up with her foot. Jacqueline Jonchikowski gets credit for the kill there. Lily will continue her career as Seattle U. Of course, her brother Jacob Eason was the Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Washington in football. He's now a quarterback at the University of Georgia fighting for his life. Quincy Flowers, not fighting for his life literally, but for his starting job as quarter of Georgia, all of a sudden has a plethora of quarterbacks.
Well, he was injured too.
He was injured. Freshman came in, did an amazing job. They just signed got a commit from another freshman quarterback. Peyton Ludwig hits the antenna. That ball's out of play. Kamiak still alive here in set number 3. So we see Sam Gregory check back in. The junior will serve and set for the Kamiak Knights. Sloan Spencer comes into the front row, along with Forster and Jonchikowski for Kamiak. Ludwig, run down by Eason. She's getting a workout tonight. Onsen sends a free ball. Difficult time handling it, and Hannah Onsen puts that ball right into the hole. Man, those balls should never drop, but somehow they do. Way too often. I used to play on a rec team called Campfire Huddle. That ball drops right in the middle. We'd all be huddled around it like a campfire. Kendall Solis misfires on that one. Kamiak needs to make up a couple points here down the stretch. Hannah Canute back into the front row. Jacqueline Jonchikowski back to serve for the Knights.
Oh, there's a little sign language there between Anna and Lily.
Calling the play. Your good setter, Will. It's how you know the tempo. Eason pounds that ball off the block. Somehow, Eisminger picks it up. Eason dumps it to the corner. Woodworth. Here's Spencer, and she hammers it off the block. Sloan Spencer with her 6th kill on the night. And Kamiak right back in this one. Jan Chikowski. Jackie with the serve going after Solis. Eason runs this one down back into the middle of the court. Great straddle. She's got a dozen. Hannah Onsen's got a dozen. In stark contrast to the Kamiak side of the stat sheet where we've got a player with 6, 2 with 5, and 3 with 4. Lake Stevens offense all running through their left pin. They're trying to stay alive here at the end of set number 3. Be back in about 30 seconds here on STSPN.com.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. Brooke Valentine at the service line for the Lake Stevens Vikings. They're fighting for their life here at the end of set number 3. Huge Wesco 4A winning streak on the line. Here's Sam Gregory. Grace Forster misfires. Valentine will serve again. Kamiak, the try line is Jan Chikowski, Gilbert, and Canute. Spencer and Forster, your middle and right side. Here's Hannah Canute. Dig by Valentine. Out of system set from Onsen. Eason dumps this one into the quarter for Jan Chikowski. Great pass for Gregory. Here's Spencer, and that ball's put down by Onsen and Eisminger. It's the first block of any kind we have on the stat sheet for the Vikings tonight as they serve for set number 3. Gregory off the beautiful pass from Gilbert. Canute covers her own. Free ball sent off the tape and over Valentine. What a job getting that ball up. Here's Hannah Onsen. Cuts that ball down the line. Dig by Gregory. Out of system set, Canute. Eisminger goes up and pushes it back at her. Free ball will be sent by Spencer. Valentine. Eason. Onsen, pick up by Gregory. Eisminger thinks better of hammering it, decides just to pass. Here's Onsen again, off the block, pick up by Valentine. The dump by Eason, picked up by Jan Chikowski. Free ball again from Spencer. Here's Onsen. Eason with the left hand, and she misses. You could see her think just a little too much about it. Maybe she was just tired of the rally, wanted a chance to catch her breath. What a rally. Kamiak still has a chance to put away set number 3. They'll have to fight off 3 set points with the senior libero Haley Gilbert at the service line. She's got 3 aces on the night tonight. She goes after Kendall Solis, and oh my gosh, Hannah Onsen, Lily Eason keep that play alive. Onsen hammers that ball, and it's Flowers and Spencer. Quincy Flowers has been dominant in the middle. What a play by Eason and Onsen just to keep that ball alive. Thought for sure it was another ace for Gilbert. Quincy Flowers gets the point on her tally sheet at the end of the night. Gilbert goes after Valentine this time. Here comes Onsen. Ball pushed to the corner. Nice run down by Gilbert. Out of system set from Jan Chikowski. And Hannah Canute misfires. Lake Stevens wins set number 3. There's life in these Vikings. They trail 2-1 to the visiting Kamiak Knights. Hey, you're going to want to be back here in 2 minutes. You're going to want to check out the longest Wesco 4A win streak that I've seen in a long time is in danger as the Vikings trail the Knights 2-1 here on STSPN.com.
Your American dream is out there, so go get it. Dreams don't come easy. They're going to make you work for it. So put on your work boots, fire up your laptop, pour yourself a cup of coffee, because there's going to be some late nights. American Family Insurance is your American dream insurance. We protect your home, your car, your business, and the most valuable thing you will ever own. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it.
American
All
family.
frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, we are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. We knew it was going to be good. We'll see how good it gets. Right now, Kamiak Knights up 2-1 over the Lake Stevens Vikings, but set 3, Lake Stevens showed why they are why they are the top team right now in Wesco 4A. Kamiak with an opportunity to make their own claim to that title. With a win here tonight, both teams would have 1 loss on the season. Those losses would be to each other. And man, I have no idea how the tiebreaker would work if they both won out through the end of the year. It's been a tale of 2 offenses. On the Lake Stevens side, it's all running through their left pin right now. Hannah Onsen and Grace Schradel, the 2 outside hitters, both have 12 kills each. Next closest we see is Haley Muir on our unofficial stat sheet. She's got 2. So everything for Lake Stevens going through their outside hitters. For Kamiak, a much different story. Hannah Knut's got 5 kills. Quincy Flowers with 5 kills. Jacqueline Janchikowski, Sarah Brockvogel, and Grace Forster all have 4 kills each. And it's Sloan Spencer, the right side, number 9, with 6 kills on the night so far, leading the Kamiak hitters on our extremely unofficial volleyball stat sheet, brought to you by uprisingvolleyball.com. Make sure you check out the beach hybrid tryouts are posted. Best of both worlds, beach and indoor, all in one season. Uprisingvolleyball.com. We've also got our beach mastery program. If you just want to focus on beach volleyball, we got you covered. Kamiak serving from right to left. It's the freshman Adriana Kempton back in to serve for the Knights. She misfires on that one. So the switch we saw for set number 2 was Kempton made way for the other freshman setter, Cameron Woodworth. Here's Lily Eason, who is a wrecking ball at the service line for Lake Stevens in set number 3. She goes right after Hannah Knut. Kempton runs that one down. Big swing from Brockvogel, Dig Ludwig. Outside, here's Hannah Onsen off the block and out. And Onsen's got 13, a baker's dozen for Hannah. Lily Eason feeding the machine, the Hanimal we called her for many years. Still call her that from time to time. I just did. Haley Gilbert and Eason with the service ace. Just like we saw in set number 3, Eason with a 3-0 lead from the service line for Lake Stevens. Kempton quick in the middle for Flowers. Pick up by Valentine. Nice job on the rundown by Eason. Onsen over the top, dug by Gilbert. Kempton quick for Flowers again, right at Ludwig. She picks that up. Here's Haley Muir, roll over the top, and a net violation called against Kamiak. Looks like Flowers they got. Lake Stevens playing to force a 5th and deciding set. Kamiak trying to get out of the Lions' den with a win. Great serve by Eason, but she digs the second ball over, gets stepped on. She stepped right in front of the libero Ludwig, who probably would have picked that ball up. Kamiak gets off easy on that one on the overfeed. Caitlin Kuntz, the junior defensive specialist, in to serve for the Knights.
Hey, I want to let everybody know that if we accidentally go off the air, the equipment's very sensitive, and this is a very raucous crowd. We just had everything shaking here a second ago.
It's a little crazy as we see the swing from Onsen. Swing outside that time from Jan Chakowski. Dig by Ludwig. What a pickup by Kempton. Outside, here's Onsen again, and that time on the off-speed, she catches the outside hand of Brockvogel, and she's got 14 on the night, and the crowd is a little bit nuts. Big crowd, big traveling contingent from Kamiak, big Lake Stevens student section. Everybody's checking this match out. Hannah Onsen at the service line, senior outside hitter for Lake Stevens. She goes after Gilbert. Nice pass by her. Jan Chakowski, roll shot over the top, pick up by Ludwig. Outside, here's Grace Schradel. She's been very good. She's been 13 kills worth of good. Onsen, the service line again. Eason setting her offense. Gilbert, Kempton, Flowers with the left hand, put back by Anna Sack. Nice cover from Kuntz. Over the top dig, Eason. Here comes Schradel and pounds that ball off the big block of Brockvogel and Flowers. Grace Schradel with her 14th kill of the night forces a timeout from Greg Post, and the Kamiak Knights will be right back on STSPN.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. Tonight's Wesco 4A Battle of the Titans brought to you by Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, McDaniel's Do-It Center, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, GNS Heating, and our player of the match will be presented by Speedway Chevrolet. Senior outside hitter Hannah Onsen at the service line for the Vikings. They're on a huge run here in set number 4. Here's Quincy Flowers. That ball hammered off the block, dig by Onsen. Eason pushes outside for Schradel. Funky angle. She misfires on that one. And Kamiak gets a much-needed side out. So Kamiak won the first 2 sets. Lake Stevens came back, took set number 3 in fairly convincing fashion, and they're off to a big lead here in set number 4, trying to force a 5th and deciding set. Quincy Flowers at the service line for Kamiak. Anna Sack hammers that ball off the block, and Anna Sack gets her 2nd kill of the night.
I don't know about that one.
The
but
angle
I'm not
was,
down there. I'm not down
yeah,
there.
it's a difficult one to see. The up ref and the line judge have way better views than we do. The angle was all wrong for it to drop, but if it caught fingers, then that's good to go. Peyton Ludwig with the heart attack serve off the tape for an ace. That's her 3rd of the night.
You were right earlier when you said those guys are dangerous, man. Don't ever.
Lake Stevens is an experienced team. They've been here before. Ludwig with her 4th kill of the night. You touched on it. Lily Eason is all game. She is a competitor. Hannah Onsen, same thing. Maddie Eisminger, same thing. Peyton Ludwig, she's worked so hard to get here. She's taking advantage of every moment. Nice dig by Schradel. Here's Haley Muir from the outside. Pick up by Maddie Eisminger. Great play from her. Free ball sent by Schradel. Gilbert, Kempton. Back to the right side. Swing up over the top. Brockvogel misfires, and Lake Stevens is rolling here in set 4.
You know what amazes me is how fast these girls think.
If
I was down there, I'd have to. I couldn't do it.
It is a fast-paced game for sure. Thousands and thousands of reps and just hours of seeing the game, understanding what you're looking at. Muir, funky shot from her, picked up by Janczykowski. Out of system set from Kuntz. Dig Onsen. Here's Schradel. She pounds that one off the block, covered by Eisminger. Eason has to work her way around her. Eisminger gets this swing, and it's a solo stuffed block from Grace Forster. Kamiak needed that. Nice job from Forster. Junior middle. She is not tall by any stretch of the imagination. Listed as 5'9", but man, she has some spring. She reads the game really well. Sam Gregory at the service line. Kamiak clearly rattled here in set number 4. It is a loud, raucous atmosphere here in Lake Stevens. It is a vicious effort by the Vikings to stay alive. Kamiak, I don't think they went on cruise control, but they certainly had those first 2 sets in the bank, and all of a sudden now there's some doubt. Nice swing, and that ball was off the block. No argument from Janczykowski. I thought maybe it caught hands on the way through. Was right in front of the up official. Neither one of the line judges saw it, so I probably didn't see it. Solis will continue to serve. She misfires on that one. Into the match comes Hannah Canute. Back to the service line, the senior Jacqueline Janczykowski.
Who just came in?
That was Hannah Canute came into the front row.
She's been a player of the game.
She has. Multiple occasions. Her and Janczykowski split one. Misfire by Hannah Canute there. Eisminger and Eason were there. She was trying to go with the touch shot over the top. Didn't get quite enough on it. That brings Grace Schradel back to the service line for Lake Stevens. Hannah Onsen into the front row along with Eason and Eisminger. You've got the libero Ludwig and the DS Kendall Solis in the back row along with Schradel. Misfire from Forster there. So we're about to learn what these Kamiak Knights are all about. They had a meltdown in the first match against Lake Stevens. I believe it was a 25-9 meltdown. They're on track for that here in set number 4. Nice dig by Solis, but a net violation call against Eisminger. He gives Kamiak a side out.
You know, I got to tell you, if this match wasn't going on, you could just turn the camera on Onsen's dad over there. He's very entertaining to watch. He's into it.
Scott Onsen is an entertaining fellow. He's got entertaining hair. He's got an entertaining beard. You've ever had a cocktail with Scott Onsen? He has entertaining cocktails. Quincy Flowers is entertaining. She pounds that ball off the hands of Eisminger. Just not enough penetration for Maddie Eisminger on that play. You got to get those hands over the net, seal out the block there. Otherwise, you take a strong chance that ball is going to come down on your side. Haley Gilbert with the serve for Kamiak. Solis, good pass, quick tempo play for Onsen. She missed it and she knew it right out of the gates. That fast tempo play, we just want to get a little bit more in front of the outside hitter, just lead her a little more. And I think those are killer. Ludwig, that's a net violation against Gregory as she tries to hang that one down. Peyton Ludwig with a beautiful pass, just hung up there too nice. Lily Eason decides to go hit it. Maddie Eisminger, the freshman middle, will serve for Lake Stevens. Haley Gilbert, great pass for Gregory. She goes quick for Quincy Flowers. That is a pretty high set that Quincy hits quickly. Very impressive. The way she gets up, it almost looks like the ball is going to be too high or the play is going to slow down, but she just explodes straight up, gets on top of that ball with authority. Into the match now, this freshman setter, Adriana Kempton for Kamiak. Sarah Brockvogel, pardon me, in to play right side. So we have an antenna adjustment. Got to keep those buggers straight. The ball touches them, they're out of play.
I've got good reception. I don't know what. Oh, it's a different kind of antenna. All right. Ha ha.
That's our producer, Todd Elvig, everybody. The man behind STSPN.com, the man behind bringing us more high school volleyball than we have ever had before on STSPN.com. Thanks in huge part to Ace Hardware Lake Stevens, McDaniel's Do-It Center, Fred's Rivertown IO House, GNS Heating, Uprising Volleyball, and of course Speedway Chevrolet. Here's Brooke Valentine with the pass for Lake Stevens. Anna Sock, funky footwork, but the slide works there. Anna Sack gets her third kill of the night. So Lake Stevens starting to get their middles involved in the offense a little more. That's good to see. Take some pressure off those outside hitters, create a favorable matchup. Lily Eason at the service line for the Vikings. They have controlled set number 4 from the first point of the match all the way through now. They are fighting for their lives. If Lake Stevens wins, we will play a 5th and deciding set for the second time between these two teams. There's a dig from Hannah Onsen. Back set, Haley Muir hammers that ball off of Kempton. That's Muir's third kill of the night. That was a big swing out of Haley Muir. Nicely done by her. Junior listed as 5'8". She gets up well. Lily Eason. She goes after Danica Pell, who checks into the match. Another freshman in for Kamiak. Anna Sock on the quick connection. Anna Sack, pardon me, quick connection with Eason, but it's the roll shot from Brockvogel that drops and scores for Kamiak. So Pell with the dig. Pell with the dig as Anna Sack hit that ball right at her. You mentioned she's a freshman as well, along with Kempton.
What's that?
And Onsen goes after, gets Pell again. Brockvogel tips that over the top. Eason, Muir, Pell again. And the overfeed, and Kamiak just can't control. I don't think the ball made it to the net. Maybe not an overfeed, but a tight dig. Danica Pell, welcome to varsity volleyball. They're hitting the ball right at her. She's popping them all straight up in the air, but she's dug a couple big contacts. Timeout, Kamiak Knights. Timeout here on STSPN.com. Welcome back inside Lake Stevens High School. Senior outside hitter Hannah Onsen at the service line for the Vikings as they work to force a 5th and deciding set. That's a kill on the right side there. That's Sarah Brockvogel with her 6th of the night.
I missed that. I thought it was on this side.
Came down between the net and the body of Anna Sack of the middle there. Anna Toucan into the match. First time we've seen her this evening. Junior setter. Playing defensive specialist. Looks like the freshman Kempton will continue to set. Misfire from Schradel there. So Greg Post going to the well, bringing in Danica Pell, bringing in Anna Toucan, trying to find something to stop the momentum of the Lake Stevens Vikings here in set number 4. Peyton Ludwig. Eason, quick in the middle for Anna Sack. She's got 4 kills. Second time that they've connected really well on that quick one in front of Eason. Maddie Eisminger comes in, the freshman. She wants some of that. Peyton Ludwig, senior libero, back to serve for the Vikings.
Yeah, the Kamiak coach, he looks like he's got the abacus out there. He's doing some formulas that are...
He is an engineer. And that's no lie. He is an engineer.
No kidding.
And he is the most detail-oriented coach that I have ever met. And
I'm watching him from here, and let me tell you what, he looks like he's coming up with a plan.
I've worked with some very high-level coaches, none of whom rival what Greg Post does in terms of game planning and analysis of the game. Sam Gregory serving at Hannah Onsen. Eason now for Eisminger. She gets the kill, just rolling that ball over the top. So the outside hitter's getting a little bit of a break down the stretch here in set number 4 for the Lake Stevens Vikings. It's been the middles, Sack and Eisminger, and Haley Muir on the right side picking up the slack. Kendall Solis, she serves Caitlin Kuntz. This ball is outside for Jan Schakowski, dig by Ludwig, out of system set, back row, Hannah Onsen drops the hammer. Well, I said she was taking a break. She apparently took offense to that. Kendall Solis, junior defensive specialist. We mentioned it's a bit of a raucous atmosphere here in Lake Stevens.
Had to readjust the camera.
A little pounding on the bleachers going on, a little bit of momentum, a little bit of excitement. Here's Jacqueline Jonchikowski. That ball's off the block, pick up by Schradel. Back row again, Onsen hammers that ball down the line and just misses. Maybe tried to cut it a little too sharp. Jonchikowski back to serve for Kamiak. Hannah Canute into the front row to play the left pin. She's there with Spencer and Forster. Anna Tukens, your defensive specialist. Sam Gregory, your setter for Kamiak. Here's Grace Schradel, misfires on that one. Oh, touch call. Grace Schradel gets the kill. Somehow that ball found a finger on its way through. And that is a point for Lake Stevens. Schradel at the service line, Onsen back to the front row. Schradel goes after Canute. In the middle, here's Forster, pushes an easy one over the top for Ludwig. Eason, Onsen, roll shot, pick up by Gregory with a little flipper. Spencer with the out-of-system set, free ball Jonchikowski. Ludwig demands that. Onsen has to stop and wait for it. Tuken with the dig. Gregory sets this one tight and nobody willing to go challenge for it. 2 players there, nobody willing to go up and put a pokey on it or a stab or a tip. And it's match point to force a 5th and deciding set. Grace Schradel, junior outside hitter at the service line for the Lake Stevens Vikings. That's a service ace from Schradel. We're going to 5, ladies and gentlemen, here on STSPN.com. You want to be back here in 2 minutes to see how this one's going down on the Snohomish Times Sports Network.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Inside Lake Stevens High School, we're going to 5. Fifth and deciding set will be played to 15 points. You must win by 2. Kamiak took the first 2 sets in reasonably easy fashion. Lake Stevens caught fire in set number 3 and set number 4. We're about to see what these two teams are made of. Last time it went to 5, Lake Stevens came out on top. Lake Stevens has not lost a Wesco 4A League game since 2015. The Kamiak Knights looking to claim a share of the lead of Wesco 4A and control their own destiny with regards to the league title. I'm Matty Bishop with the pleasure of bringing you all this action tonight alongside our producer here at STSPN, Todd Elvig. This match is brought to you tonight by Ace Hardware, Lake Stevens, McDaniel's Do-It Center, GNS Heating, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, and Uprising Volleyball. And of course, after the match, stick around for our Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match Award right here on STSPN.com.
No, I was just going to say, didn't we go? We went to 5 somewhere, and it went in the 5th round. It goes to 15, but we went to what?
It was Glacier Peak and Monroe. We saw 26-24 in the 5th set. Nobody got their homework done that night.
Man, you're not kidding. Boy, just good volleyball.
So it is important to mention, too. These kids are all high school students. They're incredible athletes, but these kids all have homework to do. Most of these kids are in honors and AP classes. Most of these kids have a lot of homework to do. They're out here battling. Their level of excellence out here is matched by their level of excellence in the classroom. I know Hannah Onson's going to graduate high school with her associate's degree. She's out in the ORCA program doing marine biology research during the day, taking college-level classes. These kids are absolutely amazing.
They are extra. Sometimes people are like, well, why do they get extra attention? Because they do more. They do.
Lily Eason at the service line for Lake Stevens. She goes right after the outside hitter, Hannah Canute. Canute gets a swing from the right side. She misfires, and Lake Stevens is fired up. Cameron Woodworth is the setter for Kamiak. Adriana Kempton's played all 3 of the sets that were available to her. She cannot play anymore tonight because she played 2 sets in the JV game. Service ace there from Eason, her second of the night. She found herself at the service line in set 3 and set 4 and opened up sizable leads for her Lake Stevens Vikings. The senior who's committed to Seattle University to play volleyball there, looking to do that same thing. Sarah Brockvogel over the top, dig by Valentine. Hannah Onson pounds that one off the tape. Nice up from Janczykowski. Brockvogel, Flowers, pick up by Ludwig. Out of system set for Onson. She just rolls the ball over. Nice read by Janczykowski. Bump set here. Down the line, Sarah Brockvogel with the big kill for the Kamiak Knights. Number 13 has been good tonight. She's got 7 kills. Her and Flowers are tied for the lead. Ball hitters for Kamiak.
Who is 13?
13 is Sarah Brockvogel. Sophomore, right side. Getting swings from the left pin as well. There's the overfeed from Ludwig. Nice pass from Flowers. Brockvogel shut down that time by Onson and Anna Sack. The freshman setter Cameron Woodworth maybe telegraphed that one a little bit. Onson and Sack were over there really early. Hannah Onson back to the service line. Grace Schradel brings her 15 kills into the front row now. Janczykowski, Woodworth, Brockvogel, tip over the top, pick up by Muir. Here's Eason, Anna Sack, tip. Nice pickup there by Kuntz. Danica Pell's the libero for Kamiak right now. Hannah Onson brings this ball back into play. Eason sends a free ball right at the center. Woodworth, pushed hands from Brockvogel. Swing, Flowers pounds it off of Onson. Quincy Flowers with her 8th kill of the night. Onson stays down, not because she's hurt, because she wants that one back. Get a little bit better angle. Flowers to the service line now. Grace Forster into the match for Kamiak. She's in the front row with Brockvogel and Janczykowski. Woodworth's your setter. Pass by Schradel. Bump set outside for Schradel. She goes high over the top, dig Flowers. Woodworth, bump set for Janczykowski off the hands of Muir. Ludwig can't control it, and Jackie gets her 5th kill of the night. Quincy Flowers back at the service line. 2 heavyweights trading punches here in set number 5. Who's going to blink? We've seen both teams be incredible. Both teams have left something to be desired. Here's Flowers, Ludwig, Eason at the 10-foot line. Schradel misfires. Kamiak with their first lead of set 5. The margin is incredibly slim. They're the top 2 teams in Wesco 4A. They played to 5 sets the first time around. Lake Stevens came out on top. Kamiak looking to avenge that loss. Junior middle Quincy Flowers at the service line. Onsen, 12 feet off Eason. Radel, Flowers with the overfeed, and Anna Sack puts it down. The easy kill, her 5th of the night for the junior middle, Anna Sack. She goes out of the match, so the senior Peyton Ludwig can serve. That means the freshman Maddie Eisminger is into the middle for Lake Stevens. Danica Pell, the freshman libero, with the pass for Kamiak, and Sarah Brockvogel with the kill. She's got 8. Brockvogel's been very, very good from the right side. She'll check out of the match now. Sloan Spencer comes in to hit on the right side. The 6'2" double sub brings Sam Gregory, junior setter, into serve and set for the Kamiak Knights. Onsen, Eason, what a back set for Muir, pounds it off the block and out. Haley Muir's got 4 kills on the night. What a set from Lily Eason. She changes the direction of the play. The blockers couldn't get there in time to get the penetration. Haley Muir gets the kill. Kendall Solis comes in to serve for the Vikings. Pell, pick up by Forrester, free ball sent by Spencer. Onsen pops this one up into the basketball hoop. We'll wait for it to come down. Here's Eason, out of system set for Schradel. She plays it safe, the libero Pell. Right side, here's Spencer. She pounds that off the hands of Schradel. Sloan Spencer's got 7 kills on the night now.
I don't know what
Anna
you're doing,
Canute into the front row. Jackie Lonchakowski back to serve for the Knights. Ludwig, perfect pass for Eason. She goes over the top and finds the end line. Eason's got 3 kills on the night. A big left-handed power dump.
These dads over here are still trying to figure out. So they stood up, they got a point, so now they think that's the right thing again.
The dads actually control the game. Little known thing about high school volleyball. Sam Gregory sets up ball on the right side for Spencer. What a pickup from Solis and a rundown from Eason. Here's Eisminger with the swing. Eason with the cover. Eisminger goes up, punches it. Yonchikowski with the cover. Hannah Canute fires. No touch detected. Out of play. Lake Stevens takes the lead.
That was amazing.
3rd lead change of the match, or of the set here in set number 5. Grace Schradel at the service line. Pell, Gregory, outside for Canute, roll shot over the top. Ludwig somehow picks that one up. Schradel out of system out of the back row. Dig by Gregory, out of system set from Pell. Canute over the top. Ludwig gets there. Eason tries, but can't bring it back inside the antenna. And Kamiak battling for every point that they get. Danica Pell at the service line, the freshman libero.
I like the ref over there. She's having a good time.
Quincy Flowers back into the front row for Kamiak. Everybody's having a good time here tonight. Hannah Onsen with the off-speed shot. She's got tricks. She can hammer the ball down your throat. You got to really be looking for that hard-driven ball, and then she changes up at the last second. It's difficult to adjust to. Here's the serve from the freshman Eisminger. Gregory for Flowers, pounds it off the hands of Anna Sack. Quincy Flowers has 9 kills on the night for Kamiak.
I think we're going to 30.
This is about as close as it gets, huh? Man, oh man, we could be here for a while, let me tell you. Cameron Woodworth at the service line for the Knights. Valentine, Eason pushes outside for Onsen, and she pounds it off the big block of Flowers and Brockvogel. 17 on the night for Onsen. Lily Eason back to the service line, looking to open up a margin here late in set number 5 for Lake Stevens. She goes after Hannah Canute. Woodworth pops this one up for Flowers, and Eason can't handle it. Quincy Flowers with her 10th. She's the first player for Kamiak in double figures on the kills column. She's also got 3 solo blocks, and she's been in on 3 combo blocks. Amazing night for Quincy Flowers. Caitlin Kuntz, the server. Peyton Ludwig. Here's Hannah Onsen, quick back 1, and that's something new. Onsen with her 18th kill is kind of a crash play going out of rotation 1 there. Onsen comes right to the back of the setter, Eason. She sets the quick back 1, and Hannah just hammers it.
I think her dad was sending in baseball signs to her.
Onsen goes to the back row. She pulls this one up at the bench. What a dig from Onsen. Eason sends the free ball out of play. What a play by Onsen to pick that ball up off the block right in front of the bench. I was just telling Todd a few minutes ago, I've watched her break the spigots off of water pipes in the gym with her head during practice and stand up and keep practicing. Very little that'll get between Hannah Onsen and a volleyball. Quincy Flowers with the serve for Kamiak. Here's Anna Sock, little roll shot over the middle into the net, and Kamiak can't control. Anna Sock with her 6th kill of the night. She has come alive in set 4 and set 5. Quite possible.
I think Hannah's going to be in an ice bath tonight.
Ooh, Hannah has done some work tonight, that is for sure. Peyton Ludwig at the service line now. Woodworth sets the right side. Brockvogel roll over the shot, roll over the top, read by Onsen. Here's Schradel. Schradel covers her own, out of system set from Ludwig. Muir pushes this ball deep corner. It's the freshman Pell. Woodworth, tip over, dig by Muir. Eason picks that one up. Forster goes up and hammers and misses. Touch call. There was not a Lake Stevens player off the ground for that. All of the Lake Stevens players were standing on the ground. Nobody touched it in the back row. Somehow the line judge, wearing a Lake Stevens Vikings shirt, should be said, saw a touch there. Sam Gregory will go back to the service line for the Kamiak Knights. Hannah Onsen, the captain for Lake Stevens, back to the center of the tri-line and serve receive. Here comes Gregory. Sloan Spencer's also checked into the match for Kamiak. Peyton Ludwig, Eason. Out of the pipe is Onsen, rolls it right at Gregory, and Spencer can't track it down. Veteran play by Hannah Onsen. Was not a great set. She went right at the setter with a little bit of pace. Maybe caught her transitioning, thinking it was going to be an easier ball. Wasn't a good enough pass. Kendall Solis is in to serve for Lake Stevens. Caitlin Kuntz can't deal with that one. Kendall Solis with the service ace, and that's going to bring a timeout from Greg Post and the Kamiak Knights. We'll be right back on STSPN.com.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife, Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
My oh my, if you are having anywhere near as much fun as I am with this match, you need to make sure that tomorrow you thank Ace Hardware and Lake Stevens for making this possible. Kendall Solis at the service line. We're in set number 5. Lake Stevens Vikings have come back from a 2-set deficit, trying to close out a 5th set here and keep their unbeaten streak in Wesco League play alive. Jackie Onchakowski pounds that one off the block. Out of system set, Danica Pell. Jackie goes up. Touch detected on that one.
Oh, what?
Point for the Knights. That time at least there were Lake Stevens blockers in the air. That's a very difficult call for a line judge to make in their home gym. You have to give Matt credit to her. If she saw that, which she did, she called it right away. That is a heck of a call and a difficult one to make. Jonchikowski gets her 6th kill of the night. That brings her back to the service line for Kamiak. Onsen. Eason runs this one down. Little funky back set for Schradel. Easy dig for Janczykowski. Here's Spencer, picked up by Eason. Solis, nice job of bringing that back around. Ludwig, judged to have been below the height of the net. Legal back row attack. Forster punches that ball over the top. Pick up by Schradel. Dumped right at the setter, Gregory. Kept alive by Canute. Free ball sent by Janczykowski. Eason now sets outside for Schradel. Pick up by Janczykowski. Gregory runs and it's outside the pin. Great hustle by Sam Gregory. It is match point for the Lake Stevens Vikings. The Kamiak Knights with their backs against the wall. Grace Schradel at the service line. The entire crowd is on their feet.
Girls, there you go. No,
except for the girls right in front of the camera, of course. Service ace, and that's it. Lake Stevens 15, Kamiak 12. The second time this season that the Lake Stevens Vikings have won a 5-set thriller over the Kamiak Knights. They are still undefeated in Wesco League play. Kamiak stays in second place with just 2 losses on the season. We'll be back in just a moment with our Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Match here on STSPN.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
1 deficit to beat the Kamiak Knights 15-12 in 5 sets. I'm here with your Speedway Chevrolet player of the match, Lily Eason, senior setter for the Lake Stevens Vikings, Seattle University commit. Lily, we've talked a ton about your commitment, the extra work you put in, the effort that you put in. I want you to spend just a moment talking to us a little bit about your teammates, about your outside hitters especially, and how much of the load that they're carrying and the extra work that Hannah and Grace are putting in.
Yeah, we definitely have pretty young and new right sides and middles, and so we have to rely a lot on my outsides, and they've really stepped up to the challenge. I mean, I set them almost every ball, and they, it's hard to create a one-on-one situation when they get set every ball, so they really work hard and change it up, and we're trying to work on different plays, and they're really accepting the challenge and just having cranking it.
So talk to us a little bit too, your middles, it seems like as matches go on, from what I've seen this year, as the match goes on, you get the middles more and more involved. Talk to us a little bit about bringing them along and how, as a senior, some of your leadership responsibilities, some of the things that you try and bring to those guys.
Yeah, well, we have 2 very different middles. Anna is really shy, and I've been trying to work with her to be loud and be active and really get up there, and she's accepted the challenge, especially tonight. She did great. And then Maddie, she's a freshman, and it's really hard to come from U14 and play U18 pretty much, and she's accepted it, and she's kind of working more on her speed and especially her blocking and everything like that. But I think she's going after it, and that's good.
So Lily, you haven't lost. Lake Stevens hasn't lost a match in league play, Wesco 4A league play, since 2015. You guys looked really tight when you came out tonight in set number 1 and set number 2. How are you guys managing that win streak? Is it even something that you talk about or think about?
We definitely have it in the back of our mind. Our goal is definitely state, and so we, coming off of a 16-0 season last year, it was definitely, we talked a lot about pressure, especially with the new people that are coming up. So I think we're doing well with keeping our focus on every game. It's individual, and we just got to come out there and win.
Well, Lily, you guys' resilience as a group was on display tonight. It was a fantastic turnaround, an incredible comeback victory against a very, very good Kamiak team. Congratulations and good luck moving forward with this season. Thank you so much to Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, McDaniel's Do-It Center, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, GNS Heating, and Uprising Volleyball for making more matches than ever before available on STSPN.com. I'm Matty Bishop on behalf of our producer, Todd Elvig, and our Speedway Chevrolet player of the match, Lily Eason. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back on Thursday with Glacier Peak and Monroe right here on STSPN.com.